It's night in the city and there's a new superhero in town. As the Tick, you have powers and abilities unknown to mortal men. After all, you are a 7-foot-tall, 400-pound arachnid. You're strong enough to use the city as your personal gym without a care in the world. Until those pesky ninjas, hoods, and clowns pick you out as their target, it's time to jump into action and destroy these bad guys once and for all. Large characters give the Tick the look and feel of an arcade game. Back-to-back fighting lets you control two superheroes at once. Colorful enemies and fighting action. Awesome killer moves, especially if you're 400 pounds. This is The Tick, developed by Software Creations and published by Fox Interactive. It is a 2D beat-em-up released in 1994, and this is in the vein of like some of the Spider-Man games we looked at, and I think one of the Superman games we might have looked at. Streets of Rage-ish a little bit, Final Fight-ish a little bit, for the Super NES and Genesis, and was based on the comic book and the animated series of the same name. Very typical side-scrolling. It turns into an isometric Streets of Rage kind of thing every once in a while. The Tick's signature humor is also present in various parts of the game, such as the unorthodox gestures and spoon battle cry. 44 levels make up the game with wobble environments and arcade-style graphics. EGM gave the Genesis port 4.7 out of 5, panning the game for its failure to capture the humor of the titular character, the Tick's limited number of moves, the monotonous repetition of the same enemies, the irritating sound effects, and the general boring tone. The SNES version got a 4.8, citing its tedious action and plain enemies. GamePro gave the SNES version a negative review. They felt it succeeded in replicating the humor, but that the low frame rate and endless wave of the same enemies made the experience unenjoyable. Brett Allen Weiss of All Games said the Genesis version was repetitive and boring. And you know what? I liked The Tick. I actually really liked the live-action one with Patrick Warburton in it. I don't know who else would better play The Tick if not him. I was sad that the show didn't go on longer than it did. And every time I sit down and I look, oh, hey, there's a Tick game, I should play this. And then I play it, and it's pretty good. But then the first stage goes on for like 20-something minutes. It seems like it just goes on and on and on forever. Other games that feature this kind of thing, think Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, will at least throw multiple types of foot soldiers at you. Our first stage here with the ninjas, I think there's 3 total, and there's really nothing to differentiate them other than the color of their garb. There are some kind of neat things. I like the back-to-back fighting, which nobody mentioned in the reviews. I think, it's not... I don't think it's as bad as everybody else makes it out to be, but it definitely loses points just for pure repetition and just boring old beat-em-up stuff. But compared to some of the other beat-em-ups we've been looking at, this one has at least the fun factor of getting to play as the Tick.